FSG prepares new bid to sign £100 million star for Liverpool. Bad news for Ekitike. Urgent. Liverpool monitoring Rodrygo and willing to negotiate the sale of Luis Diaz. What people close to Ibrahima Konate are now saying amid rumors he could leave Liverpool for Real Madrid. A very warm welcome, my fellow supporter. Let's get to today's updates. The news gaining traction behind the scenes of British football is making every Red supporter's heart race. According to respected transfer expert Graham Bailey, Liverpool is still in the race for Alexander Isak, the Swedish striker from Newcastle United, and they won't give up so easily. Bailey revealed that the Reds are continuing to monitor Isak's situation and could come back with an even bolder offer. To convince manager Eddie Howe to release his main goalscorer, it would take a new British record, around £130 million. But according to Bailey, Liverpool has already made it clear that they are willing to pay up to £120 million, which shows just how serious their interest is. Liverpool isn't going away. If there's an opening, they'll be ready. This approach was a clear message to Isak and Newcastle. We're here, and we're ready to act. Last week, Liverpool even contacted Newcastle about Isak's situation before attempting a move for Hugo Ekitike, which was ultimately rejected. But the reality is that Isak is the real dream of the club's board and the fans, and that dream could still come true. Since arriving in the Premier League from Real Sociedad in 2022 for a record fee of £63 million, Isak has only improved. Today, he's widely recognized as one of the most complete and dangerous center forwards in Europe. And to excite any fan even more, he has been more accurate in finishing than Mohamed Salah himself since making his league debut. Beyond the goals, Isak stands out for his tactical intelligence and technical quality. According to data from FBref, he ranks among the top 16% of elite European forwards in shot-creating actions, 13% in progressive passes, and 7% in progressive carries. This shows we're talking about a player who goes far beyond just scoring. He builds, participates, and creates imbalances. Compared to Ekitike, Isak is clearly a more ready, more mature, and much more impactful striker. His potential arrival at Anfield wouldn't just be another signing, it would be Liverpool's marquee move of the 2025 transfer window. Even manager Eddie Howe has declared that Isak has limitless potential, and under Arne Slot's guidance, that promise could evolve into something even greater. At just 25 years old, the Swede still has room to grow. A lot. In an environment like Anfield, with the support of the most passionate fans in the world, Isak could reach levels he himself never imagined. With intelligence, work ethic, and a sharp goal instinct, he could become the new idol of Merseyside. And let's be honest, if Liverpool secures Isak, Ekitike instantly becomes the backup plan. That says it all. If this signing goes through, it won't just be a reinforcement. It will be a message to world football that the Reds are back, more ambitious than ever.
Liverpool is closely monitoring the situation of Real Madrid forward Rodrygo goes as a potential replacement for Luis Diaz, whose departure from Anfield appears to be getting closer. The information comes from journalist Florian Plettenberg of Sky Germany, who revealed on his official X account that the Brazilian remains one of the top names on Liverpool's shortlist for the 2025 summer transfer window. In addition to Liverpool, other teams like Manchester United, Arsenal, and Paris Saint-Germain are also monitoring Rodrygo's situation, but the Brazilian talent is seen as long shot for these clubs, as he prefers to stay at Real Madrid or join another La Liga team. According to Plettenberg, Real Madrid is open to negotiating Rodrygo's transfer, which creates an opportunity for Liverpool, especially in light of the potential move of Diaz to Bayern Munich. However, the English outlet This Is Anfield reports that, at the moment, there are no concrete plans from the Merseyside club to pursue the Real Madrid attacker. Therefore, this information should be taken with some caution, as sources are currently offering conflicting reports. Still, the interest makes sense in the current context. Diaz's departure seems increasingly likely. According to the German newspaper Sport Bild, talks between Bayern and Liverpool are progressing positively. Both clubs are said to be optimistic about reaching an agreement, and the Reds have shown a willingness to negotiate for the Colombian, who has reportedly already expressed interest in making the move to Munich. It is worth noting that Bayern had an initial £59 million bid for Luis Diaz rejected, but the German club is now prepared to increase the offer to around £65 million in order to close the deal. On the other hand, bringing in Rodrygo would not be a simple task. The Brazilian forward is considered a very expensive option for Liverpool, both in terms of transfer fee and his high salary and bonuses involved in a potential deal. Nevertheless, at 24 years old, Rodrygo is viewed as a top-tier talent with experience in high-stakes matches and the potential to develop further under the guidance of Arne Slot. If Liverpool manages to offload Diaz and at the same time secure the signing of Rodrygo, the English club would emerge stronger from the exchange. While Diaz is undoubtedly a high-quality player, many analysts believe the Brazilian could be a technical upgrade for the squad, offering more youth and versatility to the attacking line. The transfer window remains open, and with it, fans' expectations continue to rise as they wait to see what moves Liverpool will make. If the board succeeds in selling Diaz for a significant fee and in turn brings in Rodrygo, it could turn out to be one of the most impactful deals of the season for the Reds.
Ibrahima Konate is one of the most talked about names this summer, as the French center-back has yet to sign a new contract with Liverpool. His current deal expires next year, and this has raised concerns among fans. Rumors suggest that Real Madrid is interested in signing him for free at the end of his contract, although there is also talk of a potential early transfer for a reduced fee. The situation casts doubt over the player's future, and many believe his mind may already be set on a move. Konate's possible departure brings back the recent trauma of losing Alexander-Arnold almost for free, which was a major blow to the club both in terms of performance on the field and image. That's why fans hoped something similar wouldn't happen again. However, all current speculation points to a repeat of that scenario with Konate. Despite this, journalist David Lynch offered a more optimistic view. In an interview on the Sports Mole YouTube channel, he stated that people close to Konate say the players still prioritize renewing with Liverpool. Quote, "Real Madrid is clearly interested, right? But speaking with people close to Konate, I still get the impression that his priority is to renew with Liverpool, and there are talks going on, but they're a bit stalled at the moment," end quote, said Lynch. He also said he doesn't believe the situation has reached a point of no return. Quote, "The player has definitely not decided that he wants to go to Real Madrid. I don't get that feeling at all. That doesn't mean it won't end up that way, because that possibility is 100% on the table, but we're still at a stage where there's hope for progress. The player's not desperate to leave Liverpool or to go to Real Madrid. It's not that kind of situation yet. But the club needs to come up with an offer that truly pleases the player, and that hasn't happened yet," end quote. Konate is considered one of the best defenders in the Premier League and a key figure in Liverpool's backline. His partnership with Virgil van Dijk was crucial in securing the title last season. With his speed, strength, and physical presence, he's the ideal defender for Arne Slot's style of play. Although names like Marc Guéhi are being considered as possible replacements, none of them have the same impact as Konate. Because of this, Liverpool needs to act decisively and ensure that the French defender remains a central part of the club's project for the coming years. Thank you very much for watching until the end. See you next time!